All right,
uh, Matt.
we are back. I'm just gonna go ahead and put in D&D a picture of Sehanine because I'd never put that on camera. So if people wanted to look at that funny haha picture of woman, um, it has
No
been.
one watches this.
It's just
I
for
watched
it's
this.
just for good measure. It's fun.
All
Whatever.
right. When we
Measure.
get when we
So
get rich.
it's been it's been about a week since you guys have defeated Sehanine. You have found by looking through the temple that like there is a like stop Sehanine the woman store, but that there's a place like a hole in there for you to like hide out, and you've been resting there, taking care of Drogos and making sure you're all good. Um, Everything seems to be calm. Like you get your water from the lake that's nearby. Um, you have enough food to last you that long from the woods. Um, Mo has been taking care of his pet rabbit Elwyn, who seems to really enjoy his company. And on a particular day, 1 week after Sehanine's defeat, um, you're all just hanging out at the temple on the steps, looking out, and in the distance, you can see a figure dressed in black, like heading towards you guys. The wind
Uh,
is starting to blow like pretty heavy, like it's about to start raining, but it hasn't like really picked up just yet.
Weapons or
As
and
you
we're just gonna try to see what it is.
As you guys look out with your passive perception, you can see the figure starting to walk towards you with sort of a limp. And as the figure grows closer, you can recognize the figure as Humorous starting to walk towards you, rather exhausted, with his head down as he's walking towards you. He's about
uh,
150 feet out, like walking towards you guys.
Man, he got here quick.
this isn't gonna be
Oh,
nice.
I mean, you don't have to stop when you're a skeleton, right?
I guess. Who's gonna tell him?
Oh, I can dissolve the ashes,
You're gonna
I
what?
think it should be Drogo's.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Don't worry about it.
Please do it with some tact. I'm sure he'll be very upset.
I know they were pretty close.
Bug, maybe you should go as well.
So you guys
I
are
got it.
friends with a skeleton?
Always trust the skeleton.
This one's friendly. Don't worry.
Oh,
Most
Trust-
of them are friendly.
Don't trust them if they're made by a moon god, Otto.
Well,
And about 10 minutes later, can you guys hear me all right? I changed my sensitivity on the mic. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you sound great.
yeah.
Okay, so about 10 minutes later, you can see Hugh walking rather close to you. He's about maybe like 50 feet out, and he looks up to see the group there, like that he's walking towards, and he seems very sullen. And when he gets like close, he looks around the group silently, looking from person to person, stopping on Otto for a second, but then he just keeps on looking about the group, and after a moment, he's starting to realize, and he looks around and says, "Come on, this is just a joke. Oh, Seward's playing. Come on, where is he? Where is he? He's gonna be looking around. Brock,
No.
come on now. Where are you hiding?"
Ambrose, just go look down.
Jervis is just gonna pat the ashes that he has on his hip.
He just looks at the Hugh just looks at the little flask there, and he just like shrugs and keeps like looking about. Come on now, don't be playing no pranks on me. Tell me what's going on. Where is he?
Stop it.
Have some.
He's gone.
Hugh.
What
I'm
do you mean
sorry.
he's gone. Where did he go? Go use a
No,
bathroom or
exactly. I
something?
mean, Stupid.
Gone as in
He's-
dead.
He's passed on, Hugh.
There was nothing we could do.
He died
Come
bravely.
on, you're joking. Come on now. We're talking about Brock. He's built like
That was
a
our
brick
goals,
wall.
Brock.
He fought the one opponent which could best him. An identical clone of himself, imbued with evil.
Like the ones that attacked me at that shrine down in New Easter.
There was
I mean,
one for each of us.
They came for us in the night. I almost died as well.
As he was like taking this in, he's like, you know how people when they're upset, they're pacing back and forth, like hold in their emotions. Like
Yeah.
he's like looking back and forth, pacing a little bit, and I'm putting it in D&D. It's much like he was getting down, like on his knees in front of Bug, just looking at him, like, no, you're no. You, is he really gone?
yes.
I'm sorry. Balsa, maybe he would like Brock's helmet.
Yeah,
No.
I got it. His field on his arm.
We've all taken a piece of him. We're gonna go lay him to rest.
He had last request for us too. I don't know who's got the note, but
I think
He's
Ambrose
just-
has it.
Silent, looking out across the group. Who let this happen? You're supposed to protect each other. We're a group, and you just let him go. And who's this? And he points towards Otto. You just replace him like that? Like he was nothing?
No, we found that guy in the woods.
Calm down. He went off on his own. No,
he decided to sleep
Let
outside the camp perimeter.
let us look
He
at
was separated from the group. We got hit first. We were all preoccupied. By the time any of us could get to him, it was too late.
And no one bothered to check on him when it started. You just ran in.
We were all under attack. Hugh, there was one for each of us.
I got hit with a beam and almost died instantly. I couldn't.
We're the coalition, not group in the main part of camp, and then one guy off to the side. You should have asked him what was going on. Why did you guys not stay
You
at?
did ask. You didn't tell us.
Why didn't you stay at the Barnacle Express where I had
Attack
work for you there?
Oh no, that's
The crew was
The
killed.
Express got hit too.
I know that.
the day
but
before.
Why didn't you just stay there with Seward and help him out? You didn't have to.
Did the moon god? The moon god. You had to deal with that.
We went to take revenge for his fallen comrades, and it ended up we took revenge for our own as well.
I can understand that once that portal closed. That you remember on that boat ride to Flinnin where that star namer's soul got sucked into me for some reason. It kind of got out after that. It's gone. It left. You had something to do with that, didn't you guys?
He didn't do anything. Sehanin did.
We killed a god, so I guess we had something to do with that, but not with that.
And he just like, it's like you can hear the rattling of his bones as he's just very like sad, and he kind of like collapses to the ground on his knees. And as you look at him on the ground, you can see that his bones are like cut in places, and there's lots of like wounds all over him, and that are starting to heal up a bit. But he's just very distraught, and he like takes his like katana off of his hip and just throws it on the ground angrily. Brock was the one who held this group together. The coalition's failed. We're
Not really.
nothing now.
Jura's
What do
going
you mean?
to on Hugh and just say, Boone, calm down.
Don't you even call me that. And he just knocks Drogos' hand to the side. If we were really a coalition, then we would have all looked out for each other. It's all our
Learn from
faults.
mistakes.
I shouldn't have left. It was dumb for me to go and see what that dumb star namer had to say.
We can learn from our mistakes, all right? Maybe we didn't.
I'm
look
still
after-
learning from my mistakes, Volthraxis. I'm still trying to learn. from my mistakes. And I've been trying to do good. I've been trying to do good for all of us here. And I failed. Maybe it's better if we just split up or go our own
Or CC has plans for us.
Humorous. The coalition only fails when we say it fails. It is not reliant on one member. It's reliant on the group, on the whole. That's why we're a coalition. It's not one person that defines us. It's our brotherhood as a group. If we
What
felt
about
nothing
Brock?
for our fallen
What
If
about
we-
Brock?
if
can't
we
bring
felt
him
nothing,
back.
We're
Yeah.
mercenaries, Hugh. Soldiers of fortune, guns for hire, whatever you wish to call us. The fact of the matter is,
adventurers.
we don't always get the chance to come home.
If we felt nothing for
The risk
Brock,
we take when we go out in the morning.
Hugh, I'm going to be honest with you. You're free to go. What we're going to do is we're going to avenge his will. He had a will for.
There's just silence that comes from as he just sits there, motionless, just on his knees on the ground.
Joey's going to take out the note of Brock's will and just read it out loud. Should I just read out loud or?
Yeah, you can if you want.
All right, it says, Coalition, free my people of Volunder, kill the oracles, and tell William Peterson of the Gunslingers Guild of my death. He will know what to do. Tell him Brothier wants him to know the truth. Take my war pick to the Volunder graveyard and lay it next to the grave that says, Astrid Huba Zulunger. Thank you all for freeing my leg and spirit. May our Tundis guide you. That's what we're going to do. We're going to Volunder soon. We're going to carry out his will. It's up to you if you want to come with us or not.
After about a minute and a half of just silence as the air is blowing by on the grass of the plains that you're on, he just sort of looks up at you, Drogos, and he just nods his head a little bit. You can tell from the look in his face that if a skeleton could cry, he would be. And he just slowly gets up to where he's standing again. He was the closest thing to a friend I ever had. No one ever came close. You don't know what it's like living all alone with no one there to look out for you. I mean, where I come from, the only thing that makes you somebody is coin. Doesn't matter if you're a good person or not. I never had a friend, but when I came to this group in that inn in Nome, you want to know who stuck by my side the entire time and made sure that we were all good? It was Brock. And we had so many talks about the things that we would do together. You know, friends. Like a true friend. He was a real true friend. I promised him that once we got all of his things settled with his leg and his voice, that, you know, we would go and do something together, you know, just get out and just explore a little bit, have a little fun for once in our lives, because everyone experiences hurt, and I feel like he deserved better. And now, knowing that he's gone because of what I did, I can't just let that go. We're gonna do this as a group, but I don't know if I want to keep doing this after. It's just too much.
You can always stay together. It's make new friends, bud. So I've been trying to do 17 years.
it would be a shame to lose you. But, it's your decision.
You're gonna go and grab like extirpation and then like hold it out to him, like, and then say, "You with us?" Or
And he just looks at it for a while, and then he reaches out and grabs it, and he just holds it in like his hand and looks at it, and then he puts it back onto his hip and hooks it to like his armor, and he takes off his helmet, and he just holds it, and he kind of like puts his head down, like a moment of respect to Brock, and he just stays there for a moment. And then, after a moment of silence as he's just thinking to himself, he looks back up. So, when are we leaving?
Enough.
later.
We could use a few days to rest up. We took quite a beating there. And then
It was a good fight. Someone fell down a big hole. That was exciting.
And you can see like this very small smile come across Hugh's face, and then it just goes back to no expression. And he walks over and he like places a hand on Bug's shoulder. Don't you go off and leave me now, little buddy. You were just like Brock to me. I don't want to lose you. I ain't letting you out of my sight. You hear me, little buddy?
I would not like to die very much. The time when I almost did on the same night as Brock was not a fun time. It was a hard one.
And Hugh reaches down and like puts his hand around Bug's waist and like hoists him up onto his shoulder.
Whee!
And he puts his helmet back on. So, I guess that settles it, huh? Is everyone else alright?
A bit beat up. We'll bounce back.
Y'all look rough. Maybe we should take a little bit more time to, recuperate, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you ain't in any position to tell anyone else they don't look too good, buddy.
Okay.
You look pretty rough.
Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. It's you guys that I'm worried about. How was the mountain trip? Got to go across the mountains, I guess.
We fought wolves.
Not too bad. I could do this, and Jerry's gonna take off part of his winter and sprout his wings.
Sweet
Oh.
Jesus.
Gross.
That's pretty cool. Grover.
That's
Drogo,
inappropriate.
talk about this. Don't do it in front of the child. In front of the child.
You guys seen a dragon before?
Otto, cover your eyes.
That cool being thing I did up there.
And
Magic. That's not dragon.
you did
Draconic.
that? I saw that all the way from New Easter. That big purple beam in the sky. Was that you?
Yeah,
Huh.
He threw up on God.
it's called, dragon things. Dragons tend to do that.
You are one strange man, but I respect you. You remind me a lot of myself in a way, but I guess that's just wishful thinking, I guess.
You have a tail?
Brock told me that once. He also told me to punch those.
You don't have to punch those.
And who's this little guy? I'm sorry for snapping at you, little guy. And he was gonna get down on his knees and look at Otto.
Otto's gonna take a couple of steps back, and he's gonna go. You're the guy that
That's
Is it raining?
The
It
skeletons.
looks like it's about to start raining, but it hasn't yet. Like the sky's dark, but not too dark, and the grass is blowing in the wind.
we're saying the tap he won't show up. That's Otto. He's kind of he's not really too fond of skeletons.
Skeletons.
He just hasn't met him.
Used to, I'm sure.
Otto, this is humorous. He's a nice man. He'll protect you. Don't worry. He's a cool guy.
I think humorous is the name of a bone.
Yeah, I kind of chose that name for myself. What do you think? Should I change it again, or?
I guess it's kind of funny.
Well, I never really thought
That's the
of
way
it
to
that
put it.
way.
I mean, it has the word humor in the name.
Well, I did that because the name Hugh, H-U-G-H.
Yeah, I didn't know humorous was a bone. To be fair, I thought it was the long version of Hugh.
It's the funny bone.
I like your other name, and then Jerry's gonna weep with his
Wait,
purple.
there's a funny bone? You're telling me I could have been collecting bones that would make me funnier?
It's literally called the humorous.
So, did any of you guys go to that village to the east?
Balasar is
yeah.
going to pull up the map and point to the village he had no recollection of ever existing and go, wait, you mean this one?
And he looks at the map and sees that it's actually on the map. Huh. I guess they really did put it on there. No, don't worry about that. We don't want to go there.
There was
What?
something weird up on the mountain.
What's that?
There was this rock, and it looked like someone had been sitting there for decades just staring at that village from miles away.
And Hugh's gonna turn to Balazar and nonchalantly say, maybe someone was. Who knows?
You sitting there?
Do you want to do a inside check for me, Balazar?
Sure.
Man, whoever sat there was probably pretty old.
I help him with that insight. Oh, never mind. Too late.
And they would have had to be able to go years without food or water.
Well, if I
Man.
remember correctly, coming back up there seemed to be a little cave out there too. Maybe they hunted some of them wolves you guys saw. But that
He
doesn't
wasn't out there.
that doesn't really matter much. And he looks up towards the sky. Looks like it's about to start raining. You guys got a place to kind of hang out, I guess.
I thought it was raining.
No, not yet, bud.
With weather. No offense, bud.
Balazar, from what you can tell, it seems like Hugh knows something, but you aren't quite sure. You have a good idea of who it was, but you don't want to say anything about it.
Whatever you say, Sandwalker.
Sandwalker? What is that supposed to mean?
You're from the area around the desert, aren't you? Or at least you've been there for a while.
No, just where I came from. Clothing styles were kind of weird. Speaking of which, I left my clothes in yarns, but I guess that doesn't matter too much.
Balancer points towards Mo. He was the last one to have them.
But you
He
have
kinda-
my clothes?
You almost tricked into everyone thinking that we killed you, so.
Yes.
Yeah, they almost killed
Very close there.
You did what?
It's just Mo things, you know.
I mean, all I did was take your hat. I thought you might want it back. But
No, you can have the hat. It looks good on you, actually. But Mo, you took my clothes.
Do you want them back?
If you don't mind.
I
you
figured you
want
were
to
gonna
wash
use
them first.
Yeah, you might want to wash them.
You
No,
bled
no.
in them.
Yeah, I kind of like
By
that
what
name.
in them?
I kind of like that name on you.
By bread in them?
He said you bled on them.
Oh, I was like, oh my lord, what?
Do you give Hugh his clothes back, Mo?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Now
And,
Mo is standing naked, staring at Hugh in the eyes.
You were still wearing?
He was
I'm
not.
just kidding, I'm just
He
kidding.
Was not. But after that exchange, Hugh says, "Is that where you guys came from?" And he points to the temple. I've never seen that there before.
I think this is pretty new.
Hugh, I have an idea. What would you think about making this our permanent base? We can go hire some people to make a big thing on top of it. We can have a castle.
That sounds kind of cool, I guess, but
It'd
looks a
be
little,
nice
it looks a
having
little
about-
rough right now.
You'd need to talk to the local nobles about it as well.
Nah, we can just
Wait.
hire some citizens.
It'd be
Let's-
nice not having to bounce from inn to inn.
Well, let's talk about that after we settle the thing with you know.
Yeah.
I have
that should,
Marco.
that should come first. But it looks like it's about to come a downpour. We should get going. If you want to show me where you guys have been staying.
I've been staying inside the temple.
All right, well, let's go on over there. And as you guys begin to walk as a group over to the temple that you guys were staying at, it's kind of like a solemn victory. As although you've won, there's just something about what's happened in the last couple of weeks that are really lingering, and it feels like really your own worst enemy was yourself, and it's working through those problems that are going to keep you going through the future. And with that, my section has ended. Thank you guys for allowing me to DM this section. I apologize to Zach for Brock's death. I'm gonna keep on saying that whenever I I apologize for that. But I do like Otto. Otto's super cool. I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, me too.
I will get out XP soon, probably tomorrow, and I'll just, with your permission, I'll like give out that information like at the start of your section, just like so people can keep up with that, and we can keep up with it for the future. So just so we know how much XP everyone got there. Is there anything?
That was an awesome campaign. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Does
Fantastic.
anyone need to say anything, or like anyone want to say anything about the part before we close it?
I love the like opportunity to like make my character grow and also have fun. There's also a lot of combat, which was cool. I like how everyone is like doing their own thing and it was just turned out well.
I liked becoming large.
I like that our
a lot more. I'll be planning using that a lot.
I'll give myself. We've been clapping for everyone who's finished. I'll clap for myself there. There we go. So yeah.
I would clap, but I'm still on to talk.
I
like our D&D campaign and our like sessions and our people are better than anyone else's, and we are the best people at D&D, and everyone else should feel bad.
Yeah. Screw him.
Matthew Mercer.
Matthew Mercer.
He's kind of bad.
Matthew Mercer is nothing compared to our good buddy Michael. Woo!